and welcome back to another MTG Arena video. Today we're going to talk about really quickly one of the most popular decks that we featured on stream, and this is the mono black control list, which features things like Josu and Sagas. Now, a lot of people have been talking about this deck recently, so there's probably going to be nothing too spicy. I'm really just going to hit on some high level things that I think you guys should be aware of, and really talk about some matchups. So since Dominaria has landed, Blue-White Approach has gained a lot of popularity, including with Teferi just being an all-around great card, so that's why we bumped this up to 4 Duress, because otherwise it's just an awful matchup and you're going to likely die to a very untimely for you approach. But Duress can help out that matchup a little bit, but it is still a little rough and you're kind of got to be a little lucky from time to time. But we also do play Doomfall, which lets us see their hand again and exile a card from it. If you can exile Approach, you're going to have a lot better chance coming into the game. Cast Down, very popular removal, nothing too spicy. Moment of Craving, really want to focus on your red deck win matchup. If you're struggling with it or you're seeing it a lot, definitely bump this up in the number. Treasure Map is kind of good for your draw and scrying abilities once you flip it. Mono Black Control does lack from any good draw effects. Now we do have some that'll deal us damage and draw some cards, but with how prevalent red deck wins is in the meta, I have to very strongly recommend against it. That's why we're using Treasure Map and Karn for our draw effects. Doomfall, again, another card that can be helpful against your white-black knights matchup if they have those pro-black cards that can really give you a hard time. That Edict effect can come in handy, but Carnage Tyrant is the card you really want to save this for if you're going against dinos. Dread Shade, obviously we have a lot of swamps, we're going to make it really, really big and be an efficient clock for us. Golden Demise for tokens, and then Josu, I want to take a moment just to appreciate. Now, this is a card that when you get to kick it, your opponent just kind of, you'll see your opponent hover over the card, hover over the tokens, and then generally concede right after. Generally speaking, when you have Josu out, it's going to be in your mid to really late game. You're both going to be in top deck, and it basically says, hey, you have 1 turn to respond to this, and if you don't have the answer, you're going to lose. And Josu is a very popular win condition, while we were streaming what people wanted to see. Phyrexian Scriptures, not too much needs to be said about this. Get a counter, destroy all creatures, can be a board wipe for you. Then exiling all the cards from your opponent's graveyard, which can be a little bit annoying when you're trying to line up your Eldest Reborn and steal something, but the first and second effect of it, I think, it just make it absolutely worth it, and you need extra sweepers. Vraska's Contempt, no surprise, getting to hit Hazoret, gain some life. Karn, again, to that point of, we just need more draw effects in the deck, and this is really the most efficient way to do it. You can get some early removal, gain a little bit of life back, drop down a card, plus them right away. Maybe it takes a few turns for them to answer it. You're going to have enough of those cards brought back into your hand and getting far enough ahead where just getting maybe 1 or even 2 pluses on Karn is going to put you more in a stabilized position. Eldest Reborn continues to be my favorite Saga. I love every single mode on this card, and as you'll see in the matches we're about to go into, it is an absolute bomb. And in our Muldrotha deck that we played, getting this back every single turn, or every other turn, depending if we had 2 of them lined up, was fantastic and just shut out our opponents. And then for some spice, we have our one of Demonlord, again, just a way to get some cards back into our hand. It's a 6/6 flyer, so it's bigger than Lyra, which is great. I have been a little bit unlucky where this hits us for like 5 damage, which is, extremely rare chance, but it does happen from time to time. So playing this against red deck wins can be very scary if you're already low, and then it can hit poor triggers a couple times. Primal Death, no surprise here. Get to reveal them from your hand, put a bunch of death triggers, potentially board wipe your opponent, depending how you set it up and how much swamps you have off of Cabal Stronghold. You can really float 10 pretty easily, target 4 things, kill them all. Very good for a mono sync. And then Cruel Reality, which is definitely an interesting one, and one that I love. They have to sacrifice a creature or planeswalker, and if they can't, they have to lose 5 life. So again, against those blue-white control decks, if they have only Teferi and Karns, things like that, a Cruel Reality resolved on them can be an absolute nightmare. Yes, they could have a cast out or something, but it's something that can at least apply a decent amount of pressure on them. And then the land that brings it all together is Cabal Stronghold, and really the main reason you're going to be playing mono black control. It's very easy that once you get past 5 and plus swamps, it's going to start netting you advantage, and then multiple of these 2 can stack up. The last word of caution I want to put on, at the time of recording this, it is still a bug. If you have 2 Cabal Strongholds in play, you can use the first one, it'll give you the appropriate amount, but when you use the second Cabal Stronghold, no matter what you do, unless you click on it and go through the options appropriately, it'll always only tap for 1 colorless, even though you have the swamps to pay for it and gain more black mana. So definitely keep that in mind. But that's a high-level overview of the deck. Now let's get into some games. I'll keep it. With how much red deck wins that we've been seeing, sure, I wish we had a 1 or 2 drop interaction, but Golden Demise has been really good for us. Oh, funny enough, we're playing against Merfolk. So unless they get an insane hand, the Golden Demise here is going to be pretty good too. Thran Temporal Gateway. If you have a deck list for it, I'll definitely put it together. Someone sent me a, oh, what was the card? It played like Thorax or whatever, like the 12-12 artifact. It was an artifact deck, basically. It was something, but it was like 65 cards main deck. So maybe it needs a little bit of work before we actually play it. But something like that would be fun if you ask me. Alright, unfortunately we're not going to be able to kill his last guy, but we're going to have Vraska's Contempt, and hopefully that lets us survive long enough. Trovax? Yes. Whatever the big artifacty dragon guy's name is again. So he's not leaving blue up, which is... Oof. Alright, well, showing us that he has a Lord makes us not feel that greatest, but looks like he's going to be able to play that too. Yep. Uh, 7-9? Yeah, I think we might actually just be dead here. Oh, actually, I should have main phased that in case he does have a deep dive. So my apologies, guys. That was loose, or slappe, as you might say, for our Final Fantasy 14 fans out there. I'm gonna feel really silly if he has it now. So you're saying there's a chance. Actually, no, because this gives... Oh, he doesn't have double green. Welp. Oh, that's a really good card. Here we just have to play Josu as a blocker and then follow up with Phyrexian Scriptures and hope for the best. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If that last card's an Essence Scatter, I'm going to lose my mind. Okay. Really had us worried. Oh, there's a Trickster. Yep, that's going to do it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. Woo! Duress. Had 4 copies. As much as I'd love to live the dream and just be able to keep this hand, it does nothing for the first 4 turns, and I'm not feeling that greedy. Sure. What? Alright, well, we saved ourselves 3 damage, I guess. We're playing against Rakdos Pirates, it looks like. To each 9 pirate creature. That's it. That is definitely an interesting one. Alright. We're not going to cast this down. We definitely have to hit the Rune Raider. And this will work out pretty well for us. So we actually get to cast down his guy and play Karn. And he's still going to have a tough time to deal with Karn. Combat. Alright, kill him dead before he gets any kind of value out of it. Then we get to play Karn on our next turn, which is going to be great. Karn's going to be one beefy boy, and hopefully draw us into something that doesn't... Oh, for... Woo! Hopefully not skip through our turn, and then Karn's going to get us something good here. Okay, we're getting a sweeper. That is great. Yep, and a very quick concede by our opponent. Oh. I'm not that greedy on the draw or on the play, guys. Who wants to bet we don't have the land on top? Oh, thank heavens. So this is probably not a game that we're gonna win still, but we get to at least play our treasure map and pretend we have a game. I did not want to mulligan down 5. Yeah, Maka, I gotta completely agree with you on that one. It is a little unfortunate that the kind of the decks that we are seeing in the meta currently. I can't even like Dread Shade and get the guy bigger here. I think we just have to end our turn and scry, right? We need to hit lands in this case. All right, well this is a feels bad, man. We definitely need to hit one of our Golden Demises pretty soon. Yep, we gotta keep the land on top. So this way we get to Doom Shade and play our treasure map, or take up our treasure map. And hopefully that's going to be good enough to keep them off from attacking. There are various vampire pump effects that we could have, so that's not the best, but hopefully this can help us stabilize for a couple turns. Oh. Straight to the bottom. Alright, well, we're in a very rough spot at this point. Gonna treasure map here in our upkeep, hopefully looking for our Golden Demise. Oh, not there. I'm not even sure that Duress is really going to do anything for us here either. No, he at least is stuck on his effects, but... Actually, so he doesn't have a... Okay, we're going to play the Nightshade here. Just to hopefully get down another blocker, and then on the next turn we can Vraskas. Yep, definitely not in a good spot to be, but we'll see if we can't pull this one out somehow. Yep, flying is gonna very quickly start to take us away. Alright, take one less damage this way. Sure, he's going to gain some life, but we just can't block this guy in the end, unfortunately. Heart of the card, guys. We really need that Golden Demise. Woof. So we take 4 in the air. We have to Golden Demise his Maverin here. That's probably just game, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We go to 2. We go to 2 and all our guys are pacified. That's definitely an interesting take. Go wide and lock him down. Oh, I must have missed 2 points of damage there. I can't say no to this hand. I just can't. It'll curse me. We're probably going to be going against control now, but... maybe they'll be on tokens or something and it's not as bad. Nope, they're definitely not. Oh. And this is why best of 1 hurts my soul. Yep. Well, this is going to be a quick L for us. Or I guess not really a quick L, depending on what blue-white deck that they're playing. Alright. Oh, man. And what's worse here, too, is we don't know if they're on Historic yet or Approach, but either one's probably not good for us. Man, another Field of Ruin. Alright, well. Just a solid pass from us. But, yeah, this goes back to the earlier comment I made. I'd love to be playing blue-white control of some sorts. We just have to rush this out here. It's going to get countered. Because that's definitely the better spot to be in. Blue-black is also pretty good right now, but either one of them, I think is where you want to be. Okay. That was... I don't know how that just resolved, but I'll take it. So at this point, he probably has like a cast out or a seal away. So Demonlord's not really attacking here anytime soon. But on the next turn, we're going to attack with it anyways to try to bait an option out of his hand and hopefully resolve our Karn. Or he's just going to blink it. Really? What? I honestly don't know what our opponent might be doing then, if he's just letting us bounce this. Okay, so it is approach. Oh, that is really tempting. And this is why Approach is one of the decks that you play, because I can't beat this hand, no matter what I do, really. Ooh, and it's a fairy. Whoo, boy. So again, this is one of those things where we're going to attack just to attack, but in 2 turns he should get his approach and then just win the game off of it. Unfortunately, there's not much that we can really do about this. Yep, hits our Cabal again. I think he forgets that he shuffles away his approach, though. Very interesting choice. Yeah, that just has to resolve. Blockers, damage. We're going to... He has one open? Yep, we're going to play the Karn here first. And then duress his blink of an eye if we really have to. Ooh, actually, that gives us a swamp to just Vraskas instead. Never mind. We're going to kill that dead while we have the opportunity. Again, the downside here is that he's going to flip his search. So at this point, he just looks at top 4 cards of the deck every single turn. Making our duress at this point not likely to hit much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holy sh... sometimes lucky, I guess. I mean, we still have to attack through a lot here, right? So we're not necessarily out of it yet. We have Primal Death, another Death Shade. I did not mean to go to attacks. I meant to negative Karn right away, so I don't give him the option to... We want to leave up just 3, right? Yep. And go to damage. And so he has Blink, he has Settle. I mean, again, we're still quite behind on this situation. Yep. It's going to resolve. We basically need Josu to really pressure his hand. Because again, unfortunately, Karn's not doing much. You know, obviously card advantage is really great, don't get me wrong, but it's not like he has an ultimate or anything that's going to help us out here. Seal Away is a very good card to reveal. And our Demonlord's in exile already, so we're running pretty low on options here. 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so he has enough lands where he can now search and approach in any turn. Yep, he got it. Well, this hit a sharp concede there. This video made possible by the patron support of viewers such as yourself. Thank you to our honorary sages.